Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to review of Billy Talent 2, the second release by the band Billy Talent. Today we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the record, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. I've already reviewed their debut album, so go check that video out. My story with this band is quite simple, and it actually begins with songs from this release. Back in 2006, when I was a kid, I saw music videos for Red Flag, Fallen Leaves, and The Devil in a Midnight Mass on a German TV, I think Viva or MTV, it doesn't matter, but I just loved those songs. 2 years later, in 2008, when I finally got the internet, I've checked out their discography, and I've been their fan ever since. As a fun fact, I can tell you that their debut record is one of my all-time favorite records ever. We've got the classic lineup of the band here, with Ben on the vocals, Ian on guitars and backing vocals, John on the bass and backing vocals, and Aaron on the drums. The album was produced by Gavin Brown and Ian, and the production is tight. It's clean but heavy, no from no clipping, just the way I like it. It sounds great even to this day. Message is diverse, the songs mostly focus on trust or lack of it, real life events, personal issues, relationship, dramas, society, politics, pedophilia in Catholic Church, etc. I urge you to read the lyrics by yourself because they are quite interesting. The structure of the songs is basic, standard intro, verse because chorus, bridge, chorus, outro, standard stuff. When it comes to the music genre, you could say this release is a mix of alternative rock, punk rock, pop punk, all of that stuff. And it sounds wonderful. This band has their own style, and when you hear a song from them, you instantly recognize them. When it comes to the musicianship, let's start with the band's drummer Aaron. His playing is tight, I love his groove, the style, the speed, the precision of his playing. He's straight up killing it here. Next we've got the bass work, which is audible. The bassist mostly follows the guitars, but we have lots of moments where he deviates from that stuff, and it's very cool. When it comes to guitar work, this is my favorite part about this band. Ian always comes up with some very intricate and interesting sounding guitar riffs. Most of the melodies are memorable and they stay with you long after you've listened to the music. Besides the melodic stuff, we also get some crunchier, heavier, groovier parts here and there, which contrast quite well with the more somber parts of the release. I'm not going to lie to you, I prefer the more in-your-face, faster guitar approach, but what is happening here is still commendable and I do enjoy every second of the guitar playing. Last but not least, let's mention Ben's vocals, which are one of a kind. He has his own style, you cannot mistake him for anybody else. The singing is on point, same as yelling and shouting. I do enjoy it. I just wish he would go more into the screaming as he did on the previous record, but I get it, they went mature, they became old, fine. What's funny is that the guitarist Ian is also doing some screaming in the background, and I always enjoy that. It adds more flavor into the band. Now we can finally rate the individual songs. The album opens up with Devil in a Midnight Mass, and this is my favorite song on this standard release of this record. The heaviest and darkest song on the release by far. Fantastic evil sounding main riff. The yeah part at the beginning always slaps as well. The devil in the midnight mass, and rise they class. The memories of a Sunday past, resurrected from the past. Something like that, I don't remember the lyrics. Close your eyes and count to 4. Only silent and no more. Silent night for the rest of my life. Silent night for the rest of my life. Forgive me, Father, won't make it right. Something like that. It's funny to me that I actually remember some of the lyrics. The verses and the chorus are legendary. The bridge part with the build-up is also fantastic. Whisper, whisper, don't make a sound. It's in the ground. All of this combined creates the most iconic song from this band, and while the lyrical subject is very dark and grim, it's still a fantastic song. Banger from beginning to the end. Hats off to them, 11 out of 10. Red Flag is another single with a music video Goes on a rusty day, the red flag never remained the same. The coming on the ray bring the sun of yesterday. Love that chorus. I remember this song was in the TMNT movie from 2006. Also hilarious. This is like the anthem for the youth, and it just sounds so much fun. The verses do 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 do, that main guitar riff. The bridge stops as well. We don't need them, we don't need them, we don't need them, we don't need them, something like that. Not as good as the previous song obviously, but still a legendary banger, 10 out of 10. This Suffering, I love the main guitar riff here, it just sounds so cool. The chorus is fantastic with the vocals and just everything, same as the bridge part. This song is almost as good as the previous one, so 10 minus out of 10. Worker Bees on the other hand brings back some of that edge into the band with the screaming pre-chorus. I just love that part. Another interesting sounding song with very one-of-a-kind sounding main guitar riff, on the same level as the previous track, 10 minus out of 10. Pins and Needles on the other hand sounds a little bit like a filler. I do enjoy the main melody and the vocal performance, especially in the chorus, but this is one of those songs that to me do not stand out. I still enjoy listening to it, I will never skip it as I'm going through the release, but also it's not my favorite here, 7 out of 10. Fallen Leaves is another song with a music video. This one back in 2006 was my favorite, I would listen to it a lot. That main guitar melody is etched into my memory. Never fallen, never down, never lasted, never found. Fallen leaves, fallen leaves, fallen leaves on the ground. Dum 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 dum. This one is about getting addicted to drugs and is the second best song here, easily in my top 10 Billy Talent songs. Every single section is perfect and I couldn't enjoy a song more than this one. I even did a Doom MIDI cover of it for today's anniversary, so go check it out, 11 out of 10. Where is the Line? Another song which is very similar to Pins and Needles, in a sense that I do enjoy it, I'm never going to skip it, but it's not that memorable to me, 7 out of 10. Covered in Cowardice, this song has the best lyrics on the record, at least to me. I wish the music was just as intense and interesting as the lyrics. Sadly, it is not, but still, it's a banger of a song. Check it out, 8 out of 10. Surrender, another single, and this one I just love the vocal performance, the emotions in the vocals, the verses, all of the melodies on the guitars, bass and drums, all of it, just all of it. It's a banger, 10 out of 10. The Navy song is more laid back and experimental when it comes to its instrumental work, but it's still a fun song. I do enjoy almost everything here, 8 out of 10. Perfect World brings some of that energy back. Navy song last because it was more somber. I do enjoy the chorus here, it's not perfect but it lands, 9 out of 10. Sympathy is like Covered in Cowardice but the other way around. I really enjoyed the instrumental work here. The vocals and the lyrics, I don't heard that much about them. Still a great song, 8 out of 10. And the final song on the Standard Edition, Burn the Evidence. This one is a little bit lacking, especially when you remind yourself that the previous record ended with one of the more bombastic songs from the band. This one is like Controlled Chaos, going more into the more somber road. Just a standard rock song. I still do enjoy it and I would not skip it, 7 out of 10. Now let's talk about the bonus tracks, Beach Balls. This song is quite disappointing to me. I know that many fans adore it because it showcases more of an experimental side of the band. But I don't know, man, to me it's a little bit boring. It's just a decent song, I'm going to listen through it, but I don't cry that it's not on the Standard Edition, 6 out of 10. What I do cry about is When I Was a Little Girl. This song is a re-recording of a track they've done as Watush. And well, this one, some of the versions have like censored some of the curse words, which is annoying. The uncensored version is available online on YouTube and also on the Japanese release. This re-recording is actually fantastic because it takes the energy of the original one and adds more punch to it. It sounds so heavy, so straight to the point. The tempo, the emotional vocals are just full of energy and intensity. This is one of the best Billy Talent songs, and it's a damn shame it's not on the standard release of the record. Also, why is it censored? 11 out of 10. Another shitty song on the radio, let's go! So good of face. Ever Fallen in Love is a Buzzcocks cover, and this one sounds like Billy Talent has wrote it. They truly outdid themselves with this cover, it sounds fantastic, I have nothing to complain about here, 10 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable, the flow is fitting, probability, yeah, this is a great record, I enjoyed from beginning to the end. The only thing I would change would be to trim down some of the songs, like remove, for example, Where is the Line, Pins and Needles, and Burn the Evidence. Also add When I Was a Little Girl onto the standard track list. So we would have 11 songs with the longer ones removed, so the record would be more impactful when it's shorter, but that's just me. What else can I tell you? To me personally, this album is like massive disappointment compared to the previous one, which is just banger after banger after banger. Half of the songs here are not as good as any song of the first album. This is just my opinion, I know many people will not agree with that, I don't care. Still, this is their second best release, so celebrate mercy by spinning it today, it deserves your attention. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe, follow me on my Instagram, link description, shout out on my Patreon supporters who graciously sponsor these videos, you are truly wonderful, you can join them if you want as well, links description. See you next time, and go wave that red flag, bye!